It's a beautiful day once again that I find myself, just kicking back, relaxing a minute. Want to take this time out to come and share with you on this day. Giving some serious thought to uh, to the black man and woman, to those who have struggled in life, those who have found themselves on the wrong side of the law, those who have found themselves caught up in drive-by shootings, and those who have found themselves just in situations that they should have never been in. Giving that some thought today, my prayers go out to the family members who have lost loved ones in different situations, circumstances. My condolences to each one of you. So today, we're going to talk about death and the essence of being black. Well, some of you may say, well, how does this play into Freemasonry? I thought this channel here dealt in Freemasonry. Well, it does. And I say that based upon my knowledge of the degree work within Freemasonry. If you are a 32nd degree Mason, do you understand your obligation? I need for you to go back and to reread your obligation as a 32nd degree. I need for you to understand what are the three principal things that are taught in the 32nd degree that you are supposed to be fighting against. And what are the things that you are dedicated to? There are two things that you are dedicated to as a 32nd degree, and there are three things that you are fighting against as a 32nd degree Mason. There is something that was handed to you as you began to take your oath as a 32nd degree Mason. There were some things that was placed in your hands and you swore to that. But I know that many of us who accept these degrees, we don't necessarily go back and reread the degree. Some of us watch actors play out the part in the degree. Some of them don't get initiated in the degree, so they miss the true essence of the degree. Well, here I am today, wanting to talk to you about Black Death. What does that look like? Well, I'm not here to disclose the 32nd degree and what you're dedicated to, but I'm here to talk about the interest of what it means as far as black people are concerned. Because I'm unapologetically into us, the uplift of us, doing right by us, making sure that those who look like me have a fighting chance like everybody else. That's what I'm dedicated to. I can't speak for anybody else, but as a Mason, I'm dedicated to that. Now, I have friends of other ethnicities, which is cool, but I'm dedicated to the uplift of those who look like me for righteousness' sakes, who wants to have a better life. That's what I'm dedicated to. Just so we don't have no misunderstanding or thinking that I'm trying to be anything other than. Now, I know some brothers of other jurisdiction may see it differently, and that's okay, but I will tell you what, that's what I am dedicated to. I'm dedicated to us. Doesn't matter your jurisdiction, I'm just dedicated to the mere fact that I want to see you do better and have better. I'm dedicated to the fact that if I can assist you along this way without you trying to take advantage of the situation in hand, I'm willing to do that. But once I see that you are trying to undermine or do something that cause me harm, I'm done with it. Period. And I'm not here to bash and say all black people are this or all that. No, because that's an individual thing who may have caused harm or hurt. But let me get back to this thing right here with you 32nd degree Masons. With you who who was given the scales of justice. To you You swore that you would take on ignorance and stupidity and fatism. I'm mispronouncing that word. You swore that you would fight against superstitions and ignorance. This is what you did. This is what you swore to. You swore that you would uphold justice and equality. Now, I would tell you this, and some of you probably already know this. There are many of Masons who are in various political positions. There are many. Congressmen, senators, governors, mayors, police officers, you name it. Masons are in all branches of living in life, be it poor, middle class, whatever. But as a 32nd degree, and you took on yourself this obligation, you made this oath that you swore that you would do. But yet I don't see many who are willing to stand on the OB that they took. I don't see many. I see some. I don't see many. I don't. I know some of us, we cool where we at. We okay. As long as it's not bothering you, you're okay. Well, I see it differently. Anytime I see those who look like me get slaughtered by those who look like me or who don't look like me, it hurts. It bothers me. It just doesn't say, well, he shouldn't. No, it bothers me. That is connection that all of us have across the diaspora. That's that connection. I mean, I don't know no other people who are connected that way than us. No matter where you go in this world, all black people have and can say they have experienced certain types of prejudices against them. They can say that. I don't care where you go. Some may say they'll never experience it, but they're going to get their wake-up call one day and realize that, maybe things ain't quite like I thought they were. And this is why it's important that we who are Freemasons, we who are part of the Order of the Eastern Star, must understand your place and what you have to do to assist and aid in the building and the construct and the motivation of helping your people to get over. And what does that look like? What does helping your people look like to get over? I'm going to use myself for an example. And I've said it before. I'm here in the position for which I have because I found favor in those who look like me along the way. I've received more help from those who look like me than I have not. So I say that because if we are to come up, if we are to overcome, if we are to do better, it's going to take us in doing that for each other. And many of you, because you've been hurt by someone who looked like you, refused to go back and try because you said, he hurt me or she hurts me, so all black people do this, all black. No, it's not all. It's that individual that you dealt with. So therefore, if you don't have to deal with them anymore, you don't have to. In the process, you just have to be careful in dealing with people that you may feel don't have your best interest. I don't want to deal with people who don't have my best interest in mind. I don't. If you don't have my best interest in mind, I don't want to deal with you. And on the flip side of that, you shouldn't want to deal with me unless you're out to hurt me. That's the truth. So as we deal with Black Death and the incarceration of many Black African Americans, female and male, who are locked up, locked out, locked in, we chained up in situations, circumstances, we don't seem to want to come out of it because we glorify the ghetto. We glorify it. Well, I'm from the hood. Man, look, that sounds bold. That sounds nice. I'm from the hood. Think about that. They got your mind so screwed up to you glorify the mere fact that you're from the hood. I'm from the ghetto. Now, I know some of you may say, well, no, it doesn't necessarily mean that thing. It doesn't. The projects in the hood, in the ghetto, it's a place for experiments on you. The hood, the ghettos, and the projects are a place for experiments on black people. Let me put this a little bit more plainer. Do you believe that in the music industry or television or entertainment, we're the only people who are allowed to talk about death and killing of each other and get paid for it? Hear me again. We're the only people who are allowed to talk about death and killing of each other and get paid for it and glamorize it. If you don't do that, you don't get paid. There is no other people in the music industry that gets paid for glorifying and killing of themselves. None. And if you talk about any other people, you will be crucified. Not because you talked about killing yourself or killing somebody that looked like you. It's because you spoke out about something else. Rick Ross, for instance. Rick Ross had a song not long ago, and he talked about killing and all that stuff, he talked about it all. But when he spoke about transgenders, when he talked about them, you know that Adidas pulled the whole support of Rick Ross. They were supporting him in this album, but when he talked about them, do you know the uproar that came behind that? They ended up pulling the deal away from him. We're the only people that if you glorify killing of yourself, you get paid for it. How can that be? How can I'm not too fond of rap anymore in what they call the hip hop culture. I'm not too fond of that anymore. I prefer the R&B classics, the new R&B singers who are coming up. I prefer their music. I prefer listening to things that are more positive that I put inside of me. All this killing, all this, I'm on your tombstone and all, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's bringing death to me. And we have to realize those who own, hear me clearly, those who own the media, they own 90% of everything that you hear, everything that you see comes from them. Be it Viacom, be it Disney, be it Bloomberg, be it any of those Fortune 500 companies, they own the whole entire media in newspapers. So you have to be able to select the things that you hear and things that you're willing to put inside of you, and understand this thing that we call Black Death is pointed at the destruction of you. They glorify the destruction of you, and as soon as you want to put out something positive about you, they pulling their shit. You can't say that. No, we're not going to support that. And ask me why is it that they won't support that, but they'll support the mere fact of you killing yourselves. I want to welcome everybody on. If you're in the chat, please, I'm not for sure if there's any chat going on, but would you please hit the thumbs up button, the like button. I can't really say who's in the chat or who's not in the chat. It's not really coming up. But, greetings to everybody, by the way. But this is that conversation that I feel that needs to be had for us who are Freemasons. We need to be able to take this knowledge, this enlightenment that we have. You can't give it to everybody, but for those who are willing to participate in understanding what's taking place and want to take the knowledge, the enlightenment, and apply it to their lives to help bring them forth and build them up, do it. There's no need of talking about this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, and you're afraid to even share it. Everybody doesn't deserve to be a Mason or Eastern Star. What I'm saying is that you must be selective in who you share the knowledge with, and in the process make sure they're ready to hear what you have to say and share, because everybody don't want to hear it. Everybody don't want to participate with it. This is where I'm at, and this is why it's important for those of us who have information or enlightenment on different subject matters and topics. Share that with your youth. Many jurisdictions have youth organizations. Share that with your youth. Don't keep them in the dark. Just keep feeding them this information that's killing them. Don't do that. And this is what I see what is happening to some of us. We continue to get the same information. It's killing us over and over again. Just watch the transformation of hip hop culture and music. You can see it for yourself, you know, where we know that the entertainment of that time was used to uplift and build up, and now it's used for the destruction. So we have to be able to take that back and apply that in such a way to it's going to build up the next person. This is what we have to do. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You might as well stop that. Talking about you waiting on Jesus. Nobody coming to save you. Nobody. Nobody is coming to save you individually or as a people. If you're going to be saved, you're going to have to do it yourself. You can take that or let it alone. Ain't nobody coming and say, I'm coming to save Tony Muhammad. Ain't nobody know. Tony Muhammad needs to realize that if he doesn't make preparations now to pass on generational wealth and to make sure those who he going to leave behind, because I'm going to leave them behind, make sure that they have a better start in life than I had. That's my job. That's my job. And I got that along the way with dealing with different brothers who were better financially off than I was. They gave me the information. They said, this is the blueprint. We'll give it to you. Here's the blueprint, young man. Now you have to take that and apply that, and as you go forth, you have to be able to share the information, pass it on. So as a 32nd degree sublime prince, this information that you have and this obligation that you took, that you will fight for justice and equality. Because you said it. Go back and read in your obligation. You said it. You said this is what you do. But yet, many of us want to turn a blind eye. And I told a brother the other night when we was talking, I told him, I said, justice isn't blind. Just those who have the power to issue justice, they are blind. They're the one that turns a blind eye when a African American gets shot running away from the police, unarmed, choked to death, smothered to death. They're the one that has the power to issue justice, but they refuse to do it. So in order for you to get the justice that you need to receive and that you want, you have to go get that. You have to maintain a dignity about yourself. You're going to have to unify with those who want to see you set free mentally. Because a lot of us don't have chain on us, but our minds is chained up. We're drinking the poison so much till it seems like it's good for you. And this is what you've done. You totally sit idly by, and we talk about things and you do nothing about it. You as an individual, you don't get involved. And I'm not speaking for everybody, because some of us are involved with so many different organizations just trying to uplift and do right until you wear yourself thin. We need more of those individuals who are willing to go out and take a stand and run for office, do something other than talk about it. That's what we need. So look, I don't have long today. I have just a couple more minutes, but I want to say thank you for coming and sharing with me. I don't know if I can put anything in the chat or not. I don't know if I'm geared up for that today or not. But I want to be able to pass on this information to you, because I said something earlier and I think some of you may have forgotten it. And I'll say it again. Many of Masons are in positions to do the right thing, be it congressmen or senators, governors, mayors, police officers, police chiefs. But they refuse to. And I'm talking in regards in its totality of what you said that you are a part of. I'm looking at it for what it is, you know, and accepting it for what it is, because although I am a Mason, and regardless of the obligation that I took and those who have taken a very similar obligation, I may just get treated just as differently. or the same. So I have that understanding. And for me to have that, I must be able to pass on that same wisdom, that same knowledge to the craft, to those who are coming behind me. Because I can't take this. I can't take it with me like Denzel said. You ever seen a U-Haul behind a hearse? You can't take it with you. You could everything that you build, everything that you have accomplished, everything you thought that you had and you could take with you, you're gonna leave it here for someone. So you might as well leave it to someone who's gonna do right by you. You might as well leave it to your family who's gonna see it and say, okay, I got this. I'm gonna do right by this. So this is where we're at. And my ideal is for us today to look at Black Death and say, look, I'm just tired of just seeing us slaughtered, be it by someone else or be it by ourselves. I want to be able to take this information that I have that has assisted and aided me along this journey and pass it on to the next man who's worthy and well qualified to receive it. So look, until next time, whatever you do, stay out the bushes, keep your light on, and I'll see you on the other side. Remember this, I am not your study guide, but I'm here to help you study. Peace.